So remember, it is as much about the party's return and it is about individual aspirations and intentions, like we heard from Selja, who's been a big woman face, Dalit face, all of that and more, and what happens after the elections. But what about the big candidates and faces this election season? Let me first bring to you, of course, on the top is Naib Singh Saini, the incumbent chief minister, who definitely got a great opportunity after JJP-BJP alliance fell over. Manohar Lal Khattar resigned. Naib Saini became the chief minister. If BJP wins this time, and if it's a clear majority, are we already looking at the chief minister's face? But that's what BJP is about. What about the formal alliance and the younger leaders coming in from other parties as well? JJP was in alliance after 2019 with the Bharatiya Janata Party, but Dushyant Chautala decided to now ally with the ASP, Chandrasekhar Azad's party. He's been a former deputy chief minister, but can this fairly smaller alliance also decide which way Haryana elections go? Let's take a look at other leaders as well coming in. So there are constantly, remember, back and forth of experienced leaders and new entrants. Anil Vij, one of the most senior faces when it comes to a former minister in the government, has in many ways repeated tenures with the BJP and with the government in the state of Haryana. So that's going to be very important as well to see which way does Anil Vij go. And he just a short while ago spoke for when he was about to cast his vote to India Today's Kamaljeet Sandhu. Why this is important? He has also thrown his hat in the ring to say, I'm also a chief minister aspirant, possibly if BJP and if the party wins, will the party consider him as well? So these are some of the big names that have come in from across political force. But then there is, remember, Congress's Vinesh Fogart. There are other leaders who are new entrants in the field of political arena. A lot of focus on her, from the wrestling pitch to the political arena. Will she have and make a mark this time? A lot of chatter around her, the medal controversy and more, her fight against the BJP. Will people want her now out of the pitch possibly and in the assembly of Haryana? Anil Vij, meanwhile, is speaking right now as he casts his vote. Let's dip into that.
कोई भी दो सुना दीजिए सब, कोई भी दो सुना दीजिए देशभक्ति को लेकर कोई भी दो लाइनें सुना दीजिए। देश है वीर जवानों।
कोई पंजाब से, कोई महाराष्ट्र से, कोई यूपी से है, कोई बंगाल से, कोई पंजाब से, कोई महाराष्ट्र से, कोई यूपी से है, कोई बंगाल से। कमल का फूल हम सब खिलाएंगे हम।
जाओ, थैंक यू।
तेरे हर
सर एक सिंगल दे दीजिए। एक मिनट जी, एक मिनट सिंगल आईडी, एक करके करना। सर मैं दिल्ली से हूं, 2 मिनट दीजिए बस। जी जी सर, सबसे पहला सवाल है सर, बहुत महत्वपूर्ण दिन है, तो आज के इस दिन को लेकर और अपनी जीत की सुनिश्चितता को लेकर, क्योंकि कहा जा रहा है कि देखिए तमाम कांग्रेस दावा भी कर रही है, कंपटीशन है, तो सब चीजों पर सबसे पहले क्या प्रतिक्रिया देंगे?
देखिए, अंबाला की जनता सुख और चैन से रहना चाहती है। अंबाला की जनता दोबारा यहाँ पर गुंडागर्दी, कब्जे, दुकानों पर कब्जे, मकानों पर कब्जे नहीं लाना चाहती है। और यहाँ की जो रिबल कैंडिडेट है कांग्रेस की, जिसका फादर कांग्रेस के टिकट से अंबाला शहर से लड़ रहा, उसने यहाँ एक पत्रकार वार्ता की थी। उसके एक तरफ नकली देसी घी बेचने का किंग बैठा हुआ था, दूसरी तरफ जिसके होटल से बड़ी संख्या में वेश्यावृत्ति के पुलिस ने केस पकड़े और अनेक लड़कियों को वहां से रिकवर किया, वो बैठा हुआ था। अंबाला की जनता इन लोगों को बढ़ावा नहीं देना चाहती, गुंडागर्दी को बढ़ावा नहीं देना चाहती। अंबाला की जनता शांति चाहती है, और शांति का मतलब है कमल के फूल पर मोहर लगाना।
सर, मुख्यमंत्री की गद्दी को लेकर क्या कहेंगे? किस पार्टी का आपसे हम जानना चाहेंगे, क्योंकि कांग्रेस भी अपना दावा कर रही है। कुमारी शैलजा को लेकर आप
देखिए, सरकार तो बनेगी भारतीय जनता पार्टी की, और मुख्यमंत्री बनेगा वो जिसको पार्टी चाहेगी। और अगर पार्टी मुझे चाहेगी तो अगली मुलाकात आपसे मुख्यमंत्री निवास पर होगी।
दावा पेश करेंगे मुख्यमंत्री होने का खुद की तरफ से?
All right, so Anil Vij clearly was in a full-on mood. He's singing songs, and if I've understood it correct, he's basically referring to a certain diversity in itself that exists in Haryana as well when it comes to political combinations. But if we have that visual, and can we play it, Naveen Jindal, the Member of Parliament who switched sides to the Bharatiya Janata Party, coming in a fully royal affair on a horse, When was the last time that you saw someone coming to cast their vote on a horse? And that perhaps is reflective of the kind of colors that you see even by the netas, not just perhaps a newly married or about to marry a couple coming in to cast. That's one visual perhaps that's been most striking this morning of Naveen Jindal. Look at that. And with others as well, leaders who have come early this morning to cast their vote, but nevertheless it's good to see. Remember, these leaders are setting an example that you need to first come and cast their vote, and as one of the netas and our friends on the ground have said, pehle matadaan, phir jalpan. So amid all of that, 90-member assembly, Haryana will be deciding now. There is, remember, an India alliance, but not with Aam Aadmi Party for Haryana polls this time, while they are together in the Lok Sabha elections. But then there is the BJP, there is the JJP ASP, there is the INLD BSP. So there are these smaller alliances also that have come in, and that will have the voter to decide not only who do they cast their vote on, what happens after results coming. If it looks like a hung assembly, which alliance will go with which party. So let's go across to my friend Kamaljeet Sandhu on the latest on that. Kamaljeet, what's interesting about Haryana is, while there is Jai Kisan, and now you also said Jai Jawan and Jai Pahalwan, but there are a lot of caste equations also come in. Haryana's politics in many ways is about the Punjabi Brahmin, the Jat politics, the Dalit politics. All of that also will play a role, isn't it?
Well, absolutely. And if you look at a long history of Haryana, the chart power has been one of the most amazing ones. But yes, all that changed once BJP came at the helm of affairs. So we saw a non-Jat face in the face of... so we've seen Guldeep Bishnoi's father who was there. But after that, we saw a long gap. And then Manohar Lal Khattar, he's a Punjabi Khatri who took over. Then we know Naib Singh Saini is an OBC. So this is obviously a non-Jat consolidation which BJP has been looking at. Even though they keep saying that, you know, all the Baradaris are with us, the Congress says Chhattis Baradari is with us. But what is important is the caste equation. Because remember, as far as the Jat domination is concerned, that is something which is being looked at. And obviously there are, even for Congress, Ashok Tawar joining ranks, another SC leader joining them seems to be a shot in the arm. We're talking about Kumari Shailja, another Dalit leader who is the face of Congress party. But meanwhile, what Congress has cleverly avoided is the sort of division that we saw earlier in 2019, because they know every seat, every vote counts. So at this point of time, even if they have some sort of division within ranks, they're trying to put up a joint fight. And we've seen Rahul Gandhi even address that. He's saying, "Hamare sher kabhi-kabhi lad jate hain, and we can try and get these lions together." So this is where the politics has happened, and now it's up to the Janta to decide, because we've seen that sort of division even happen in BJP for the first time. Around 20 leaders, they were very vocal, they left the parties, they were crying, they were on the roads. So very unusual sign for a party which is as disciplined as the BJP. We also then saw Rao Inderjeet and the likes of Anil Vij throwing in the hat in the ring. So this is where there seems to be a lot of issues as far as BJP is concerned. But meanwhile, it's also the smaller parties who are looking at some sort of share in the party, especially in Haryana politics. So it is a dangle of sorts, but remember, it could be the smaller parties if there is not clear and majority, which could be the kingmakers. But for today and for now, the Janta is the kingmaker. They are the ones who will really decide, and whether there would be a decisive mandate. Now, the encouraging part is the number, the percentage of polling which is trickling in. The urban areas are not showing a very positive sign, but the rest of them, we know that there would be a heavy polling, especially in rural areas. And this is the polling center where Anil Vij is expected to cast his vote shortly.
Let's hope, Kamalji, the numbers increase, because for now it's still in a single digit. In Gurugram, it's been low as 6%. What are the people of the city saying? Have a lot to say on social media, on the streets, but when it comes to really exercising their franchisee, 6% is basically nothing. Stay on with me, Kamalji. I also want to go across to Asim Basi. Asim, do you see the turnout increasing around you? What kind of excitement do you see specifically in the area that you're in?
Well, around 10 o'clock it was 9.7% in Sirsa, although we were at a polling booth which was very deserted throughout the day. But now we have switched the booth, and you can see at least voters coming in. This is a community center in Sector 19 of Sirsa, and you can see that the voters have started coming as the day has proceeded. The morning has been very lull, very dull. But now the voters have started to come out, and this is the situation here in Sirsa, that the voting picked up very slowly, at a very, very slow pace, although there is the same scenario inside the entire state. But here, in this community center, the polling booth, the people have started to come out, and hopefully this 9.7%, which was around 10, I think the people will tend to come out of their houses after around 12. So things look better as far as the polling is concerned. Yeah.